to Foot's Food for Thought. I'm taking over this week. This week I'm making chicken fried rice. It's one of my personal favorites. I can make it any day of the week. Alright, for this recipe we will need chicken. Normal chicken, chicken breasts, whatever. We're going to cut it up and put it in the pan. We will need a couple eggs. I have the whole container here, but we're only going to need a couple. We will need vegetables to be put into the rice. Also, you're going to need rice for the rice. Soy sauce to be added for flavor. Salt and pepper because they go with everything. A little bit of garlic goes in the rice, gives it flavor. Vegetable oil for cooking, and water. Alright, I'll tell you what to do next. Alright, the first thing you want to do is you want to defat your chicken. Alright, and then you take out your mediocre sized knife. I wanted a bigger one, but they told me no. Alright, and then you just see all the yellow fat parts and you kind of just get rid of them. Try not to hack off a finger here. Not doing so well. And make sure that you have a fat sack ready to put all your useless fat in, and then you can throw it at the elderly people later. Alright, we're back, and you know you're done with cutting all the fat off when your fat bag looks like it has syphilis. So after we're done cutting it, I will come back and show you what to do next. Well, about medium heat. Then you take your little 1600s jar. You drab in some vegetable oil. And then you slop in all your chicken. All at once. And while your 18 baby chickens are cooking, you can go to the bathroom, take a break, get the lead out, and come back. Pour rice into a measuring cup. I need like 2.5 of these. That's one. That's 2.5. Then you take some water. Cleanup is very important. So you take this and get rid of it. Put it on there. We have that all ready for our stir fry. Alright, so we put that on the back burner, let it cool down. Now with this, it bubbled up, we boiled it for a couple minutes. Now we gotta turn it down to about medium heat and wait for the volcano to happen. So once you start, once this is done here, we just... So once you have the volcanoes, which they didn't really show up this time, I already stirred it. I'm sorry, I'm not Yellowstone Park, the geysers don't always go off on time. Then you put the lid on it and you set the clock for 10 minutes. Then you go to the fridge, grab a couple eggs, and you just crack them into the bowl. And then you gotta beat the shit out of the eggs. Normally I'd use my fist, but this is gonna be on the internet, and I guess there's laws against it, know what the cops called. So you take a fork. Almost as deadly as my fist, but not quite. And you beat up the eggs. You beat them up, say insulting things about their mothers. You know, your mother never loved you, she gave you up for adoption. You don't really have to say insulting things anymore, they kind of get the point by this time. Alright, and then what? Next we take our finely beaten and emasculated omelets. Eggs. They're going to be omelets. And we throw them in here. Yet again, doesn't really got to be pretty, it's just got to work. Then you kind of get a thin layer all around. Kind of get it all around, alright, and it gets all poofy, looks like it's about to float away, and you flip it. Alright, then you're going to take your egg right here, once it's done cooking, after you flipped it, and you're going to take it over to your cutting board, just kind of lay it on there. You don't got to be nice, we're going to do very mean things with this. And then you're going to take out your cleaver and cut the shit out of it. If it helps you, imagine this is your friend that you don't like anymore, or maybe one of your exes, maybe your boss. And I think you'll get a lot of enjoyment out of this, you know?
What are you doing?
I'm adding salt to water.
What are you going to use water for?
we're gonna use the water for it. It's gonna be for the frozen veggies. And we gotta boil this shit on this shit. And then we can do the veggies, and then we can be done with this. Alright, next up, you do a magic trick. Oh, what was that behind your ear, internet? It was a nickel. Grab your cup of veggies, throw them in the thing. If they're reluctant, you just kind of bang them on the side. Set your timer for 5 minutes. Rice is already done. That's over sitting out. Cook the veggies, and then we... Alright, now the veggies are done, and as you can see, I've added just a little bit of garlic in there. Actually, there's a lot of garlic. The smell is quite pungent. And then we take it from here, and we put the whole mixture into the wok with that, make sure we get the garlic in there, and then mix it all around. Alright, and once this is cooked for a couple minutes and it's a little browner, then we take it back out. Alright, and next up, after we put more oil in, and we got to throw this rice back in here. Alright, next up, we take our soy sauce. It's good stuff. And we take 2 tablespoons, which would be 4 of these normal little half tablespoons. And we mix it in. With the chicken. Alright, so we toss in these vegetables and garlic. We'll stir those up nice. I'm going to grab the eggs and stir those in too. Alright, eggs are in. Let's finish this up. Break up the eggs, get little pieces of them. If you haven't backed them up well enough, this is an excellent opportunity to do that. I just mix it together for about 3 minutes till it's all well and cooked and everything stays warm. And then we serve it to the, serve it to our victims.
There's one victim.
And there's the final product. Only took goddamn forever. We'll throw the link to the recipe down at the bottom for you guys, for anyone who wants to make this at home. It takes a while, but it's good and there's a result. I'll come back and we'll see how other people like it too.
Okay, we're the first ones to taste this. Come here, please. Ian, your mom would be very proud of you. It's good.
I'm gonna say, Mom, if you're watching this, I make good shit.
Call my